Again. All right, it looks like we're broadcasting now. So hopefully that is going. It says live. I want to thank everybody on the podcast. I want to thank people who watch this on Facebook. Sometimes I record it on Facebook first. Sometimes I record it here. We'll put the camera on real quick here and say hi. All right, welcome all you greenhorns. Welcome all you sourdoughs that are interested in cryptocurrency. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. We had a nice Thanksgiving. Went over to Orange County to go visit the family. We evacuated the hills for that time. I am feeling a little under the weather. I cut a tree down about a week ago and got a vicious case, oh my God, it's horrible, of poison oak. So just got to deal with that, right? Okay, it looks like we're live everywhere. Today we're going to talk about the Bravo coin, Bravo token that is. We'll look at the white paper, the roadmap, the team. We're going to do that in depth. Also, a pretty neat coin based out of US. If you're not familiar with it, it was discovered on Shark Tank, and so Mark Cuban and Lori got in on it. So it's pretty cool. We'll talk about that in depth as much as we can. Also, at the end of the video, please hang in there. We're going to have our first Skycoin giveaway. And, you know, I'm just a guy up here in the East Hills of San Diego Mountains sharing my experience. I've dug all in. This is kind of, I call it my part-time job. And found that there's a lot of people who, you know, need to relate to someone that, you know, is not dropping F-bombs and such like that, to talk to about cryptocurrency. And then also locally here in the San Diego County, someone they can actually meet. So we have presentations, live presentations. We'll talk about the event calendar at the end of the video, give away the Skycoin. Also, I'm going to thank all my existing subscribers and people that leave comments. It helps the channel be seen more. So we're not doing any advertising or anything. So it's just all word of mouth, and we appreciate that. And in turn, as we start to draw the attention of different people, we're able to share some of that you know, with the Patreon account and things like that. So anyway, check out the descriptions below, and let's get right into the video. The disclaimer is, don't be a greenhorn, don't be dumb. Chris, I'm not a financial advisor, not an advisor of any kind. You can lose all your money in cryptocurrency. Just be smart, and let's get right into it. Bravo Pay, I thought this was pretty cool. I had heard about it. I'd never really done an in-depth research. I get a little coin newsletter from Coins Live, and they sent me out this thing here in the last day or two talking about the cryptocurrency, and they just kind of give a basic beginning. It started in 2014. It's an anonymous payment source. You know, they were discovered in 2017 by the Shark Tank show with Mark Cuban and Lori. Very nice, very intelligent business people there, you know, at the top of their game. And they saw the potential here and actually invested in it. So that's pretty impressive. It's just going to allow people to pay and tip with these tokens. And they're moving right along. Looks like they're getting things done. So let's dig in a little bit more. There's actually tens of thousands of users and millions of dollars worth of transactions right now. You look over to the screen and you see there's the token ticker, as it were, BVO. And they don't have the initial price here, but I have seen some notes that it was as low as I believe, let's see, I think I might have printed it here somewhere. No, I think it was in the white paper. It was like 0.005 or 0.05. So it was like less than a half a penny, I believe. So, but they are having the next phases. They do have the price out there, and it looks like 10 cents USD. And they have bonuses available, bounties available. The platform, it's actually an ERC20 token, so it's on the Ethereum platform, and they accept these different sorts of payment for the ICO. Excuse me as I sip a little sip of coffee. They don't have a minimum investment, it looks like, but there might be more information for investors that invest on a larger level. They probably get special pricing. I did scan through that. Soft cap is 10 million, and they are hard capped out at 34 million. They're based in the United States, so that is pretty neat. Now, if you're in the US, you can't even buy the ICOs. So, you know, you might want to keep your eye open for any coin drops, airdrops, things like that. You might be able to get a hold of a few. And if you can't get in on the ICO, we will talk about the date that's coming up that it should go public, which is right around the corner. So we will talk about that and see if that's maybe a possible way somebody who's interested could get involved. The white paper, you can see it. Here it is. Pretty extensive. You've got nice little graphic there. Table of contents, about 33 pages long. They talk about where they come from. Pretty in depth. We'll come back and take a look at that. Let's see what else. Here's the roadmap. So the roadmap in 2013, I guess that's when they say they had the idea. They started up in 2014 with the initial release to prove the concept. That's what they're saying. This is their website. Customer delivery process, research and development in 2013. In 2015, they won Audience Choice Award in San Francisco at one of the events there. It was actually, as I recall, it was the Audience Choice Award in San Francisco, and it was launched at the TechCrunch Disrupt. So I guess that's pretty good to get noticed like that. 2017, they're working on the blockchain, planning and design. They've got their Fiat Alpha release, which is released and downloadable on ICO and Android. They have some pictures of that in here we can look at. They are still researching the blockchain, proof of concept and development. So basically when they release the coin, the token, it's going to be released on Ethereum, but they're planning on their own platform. So we'll look at some of the information that they talk about on that. 2018, the private sale and smart contract testing. So that's all supposed to happen this year. And as I said, any day now, they will be opening the token to public. At least that's what I read, and I'll show you. Here it is. On the one side here, Q4 BV ICO public presale. I'm assuming that will end soon. I'll show you what I found. They still don't have a wallet in 2018 Q4, so they're working on that. They have listing exchanges that they're working on for the first quarter of 2019. They have the VNext code completed. They have the BVO wallet, not completed, but slated to be completed first quarter. Sorry, misspoke there. And then second quarter, they're hoping their wallet, their testnet, and initial BVOP testing will happen. In the third quarter, public review, wallet production release, testing, production release, consortium, validator. So a lot of times when you see that they have the wallet test, you know, you can get in and you can download those and try them. And, you know, if you do, just don't put a ton of coins in them. It's great to support the project. And I highly recommend that if you believe in a project, you know, get involved at whatever level you can. If they have a beta wallet, download it. You know, they're not going to find out the problems if it doesn't get downloaded, and move a coin or two around. You know, help the project out. You stand to benefit by their success. So if you believe in them, then I would say do that. And then you have in 2020 API for developers. That's apps for developers. So basically, once they create their own network, that's what testnet is. That's their own network. Once they create that testnet, then that's when they're going to be able to get their coins and tokens. They will probably transfer them to their platform, and then also other applications can be built. Typically games are built, applications that could be beneficial. It's just like an iPhone. When it first came out, some of the apps were very simple. They didn't do very much, but as developers keep working with it and building on it, they actually help expose, issues with the platform. And they also are helping use the language that's written on the platform to develop applications that are useful for the platform for whatever the tokens and services are going to accomplish, whether that be transactions, maybe some sort of rewards that are earned by holding a coin or a token. Also paying for some of the uses of the network, whatever they may be, okay? And in this case, this is a payment. They are geared toward making and accepting payments and dealing with a cryptocurrency ecosystem. And I think that's a good thing. They're based in the US. So we haven't seen a lot of companies in the US because of the ICO, ICO, they can't raise a lot of money because they have to go outside America to try to raise money because there's not a lot of people that qualify to buy ICOs. You have to be basically a certified investor, which means you got to have, I think, a couple $1 million in assets and making quite a bit of money every year. And most of us don't fall into that category. In the US, so it opens it up for a lot of foreign investors. But I think once the definitely once the SCE starts to regulate this better, we will be able to get involved in ICOs right off the bat. And I think they're going to go crazy, and it's going to be some that are a great opportunity and some that are a lot of money waste. But for now, when you go to their website, it's https://bvo.trybravo.com. When you go there, they're going to pop up and give you this opportunity to earn this, earn the BVOs. I don't know what's happening with that. I just sent off an email on it. You can check that out. You want to join the whitelist. That's going to basically see if you are able to be a part of their system. And I think it actually means buying into the ICO as well. So you can click that and check that out, find out if I'm right or wrong on that, but that's what I think that is. Telegram, if you are going to follow your coin and you want to have access to the guys that run the company or people that actually work in the company, I have found that the Telegram is a wonderful, wonderful asset. How many times have you got to talk to the main developer? How many times have you got to talk to the CEO of a company or a CFO? Or how many times have you got to talk to their community representative or manager? I've talked to all of them from all of my favorite coins and topics, and not because I'm special. They don't know who I am from Adam. I've just joined on to the Telegram and started talking and asking questions, and those people will give you answers and talk to you. Sometimes it takes a while. You got to be patient. Sometimes it's one of their representatives. But, if you're a good player and you're really interested in the product, you can really become involved with the community at a level you have never been able to do with any other company or time and place that I am aware of for the average person that isn't a millionaire. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I do have a one pager here. Let's see, there's a white page. ICO calendar. You know, there's some good stuff in here too. The team. Let me close that. Okay, there's a white paper. Oh, not that one. Okay, we already looked at the roadmap. Let's get rid of that. I think the only thing left is this one. Okay, so let's look at the one pager. Okay, the one pager. I thought I had opened this already, but this is a great quick rundown on the token and what they're doing. You look at their ratings through ICO. These are different companies across here: 4.7, 8.4, 9.2, 4.6, 4.1, 4.6. So all these ICO, some of them actually release ICOs and some of them just do comments on them, I believe. So you can read the articles and how they rate them and make your own decision. But some of them are doing pretty good. And I don't think they're all 1 to 10. Like this one's 1 to 5, so that's very high. This one's 1 to 10. This one's 1 to 10. This one's to 5 to 5 to 5. So they're all very high rankings. So that does say something. Some of these, sometimes I see very high rankings with coins that are not very good. I'm not picking on any particular one of these people here that's making comments, but just read it and make your own decision. Read the white paper. If you're going to invest a substantial amount of money, I would definitely say read the white paper. It says Bravo Pay was created 3 years ago to financially empower artists, service industry professionals, micro merchants who all too often miss out on tips and payments because many of us don't carry cash anymore. And if we do, it's less than 20 bucks. So this is a very cool way to be able to give some money to someone and make micro payments between all users. It says, and you won't need to exchange any personal information, no email address, no phone number, or account information. So the way this works, maybe they'll go into it. They call it zero coin, like zero coin information or something, or zero coin transaction, or something like that. We'll look it up. I'll correct it. But it sounds to me a lot like the way they're going to set it up once they have their network built, their platform, that it's going to be a lot like Zcoin. Now, I did a video on Zcoin a while back, and on the Zcoin, they do what they call zero knowledge transaction. And when I read the explanation for Bravo Pay, it kind of said, well, the tokens are like water, and the water's flowing into a pool. And anytime you need to grab them, you grab them or you just give them to whoever. So in other words, where they flow in, people doesn't know when they dump into the pool, nobody really knows where they came from. They just get to dig in there and get the ones that they were approved to get. So that's what kind of keeps it secret, keeps it private. So check out my video on the Zcoin and the zero knowledge transaction, because I explain it in another way there that might help you understand how you can maintain that privacy and still make a transaction. Okay. Now let's look at this a little bit more. They mention the challenge, and this is a lot in the white page. They talk about what the challenges are and how they're going to solve it. They don't get real technical in the white paper, though. So I will tell you, if you want to get more technical, you're going to probably have to do some research. But the challenge is to instantly and spontaneously make or receive mobile payments without exchanging personal information and vetted on the back end for compliance. So how do you maintain your privacy and still, you know, when you have a government that wants to see what's going on, they want to know everything, how do you do that? So apparently they're going to build in a situation where you're able to report that, you know, yes, you have this account, these coins went in and out, but you'll be able to report to some degree that, hey, I had these coins, I paid for them with my fiat cash, and this is I did spend these coins. And at least you'll be able to give that much information. Now, how much information will you give? Well, if you don't know their names and addresses, I guess that's going to be the challenge if the government wants to know the names and addresses of people you spend money on. But for micropayments, I mean, they don't do that now. It's only when you go over a certain amount of money here in this country. So if they are trying to find out where the micropayments go, I would say there would be a public objection to this because, you know, in other words, that's like monitoring you. Like if you were in the parking lot and you dropped 3 pennies and you didn't want to bend over to pick them up because they rolled under a car, and the government says, I want to know where those 3 pennies are. You know, I mean, it's just, it gets stupid. So hopefully our government and other governments don't stoop to that level, but oh God, who knows? But the point is right now they don't. So I think this could work for a very private level of transactions, better than some of the other platforms where you can move huge amounts of money and you know, you're able to maintain complete you know, nobody gets to see it. It's complete privacy and nobody knows where the money goes. I see those as being, you know, targeted in the future by government agencies. Okay, so I think this is safe. I think this is a safe scenario. And since it will be on their own network, they can adjust it to comply with the different government agencies without a problem. So there's other networks that are working on the same kind of evolving platform and payment acceptance processes so they could be compliant in all countries and nations. Okay. Sorry, I got to take a swig of coffee here. So they've already got proven development with fiat. They said since 2015. 2019, they're going to release an update to pay with cryptocurrency, the BVO token, allowing for instant, secure, anonymous payments worldwide. Bravo Pay built and run on its own blockchain platform. Bravo Pay is one of the very few ICOs in the world that actually has existing business, a solution development, and in contrast, the other ICOs from established businesses don't even have a product developed before their ICO campaign began. So I think they're making a very strong point here that we need to take notice of as investors. We need to realize that, you know, we don't want to invest our hard-earned money, our fiat currency, into some fly-by-night, harebrained idea, or even a very well structured with great white papers, you know, maybe a recognizable person on the team. But I think we really have to scrutinize where we're putting our money. You know, if you're going to invest in an ICO and it just sounds like a great idea and they haven't started anything, you know, I would just say be completely prepared to lose every penny that you put into it. Because right now the ICO market is way down. Last year it was, you know, you could, it was like fishing in a barrel, you know, you couldn't miss. And this year it's not. And this year you have to be a little more smarter and make sure the teams are good, make sure that they're, you know, making some progress. And in the year going forward, it's like you really need to make sure that they have something going before they start, along with a good team and a solid company and everything else. I think when you see a company that actually has been working for quite a few years and then they decide to tokenize it and they have a real good use case for that token, those are the projects that we should be looking at, okay? More so. And there's other things that are open too, but just kind of keep that in mind. So you can see that Bravo Pay is growing rapidly. Community of tens of thousands of users, tipping industry, peer-to-peer payments, debt settlement, micro merchant transactions, all up and coming. Other things that are good, they're friendly, fast, inexpensive, private, and secure, API for developers, proven platform, stable, and mainstream. So some of these things are still being built, but there's all their social media right there. There's the team of individuals that are on board. Here is the download. You can download right now. You get the free Bravo Pay app, fiat version today since 2015. So all they have this platform built already. You can tip, just boom, they're getting the money. Okay. I'm definitely going to be downloading this. I want to try this out. I'm definitely going to be downloading it. I'm definitely on board with this idea. I'm real happy that this is a US based company. Of course, I'm sad that, you know, we still can't invest in it through the ICO stage, but it is what it is. So just stay tuned. I did find, let's see. So they got this is the white paper. Here's the challenges that they talk about, that we're moving toward a cashless society. You know, that there's the unbanked, secure payments, talking about, you know, the blockchain, how it's inefficient. Then they go into their solution where, you know, now they're doing the fiat transactions, but soon the Bravo tokens will be able to be used. You don't need public or private keys for third-party custodians for funds. Simple password recovery protocol to ensure full control and access to your tokens. So making it as simple as they can, full control of privacy, and then they're building their own platform or blockchain, I guess you could say. So here's some of the other features. Anonymous fiat or crypto payments seamlessly in seconds, powered by scalable hybrid blockchain. Find users nearby with geolocation or search directly by username or private code. Hybrid blockchain allows alternating from traditional blockchain to anonymous blockchain on demand with incognito payment protocol for additional security. Bravo token solution capable of any type of payment, including tipping, micropayments, and micropayments and macro payments. Funds and payments are recorded, deposited on your Bravo account immediately after transaction. Transactions recorded on the Bravo blockchain cannot be altered or tampered. Simple account authentication, and recovery protocol to ensure full control and access of tokens and funds 100% of the time. Funds can be attached to a private messenger via our in-app messenger. So that's pretty cool. Brief history. We kind of talked about some of that. You can read this if you want. They talk about gratuity and tipping. And it is actually a $1 trillion market worldwide. Also in the entertainment industry, there is a huge amount of money that people spend for transactions such as video streaming, tipping, small events tickets, private concerts, things of this sort. You can watch, you can be like live at a concert now via computer. There's a small fee for that. So this could be used for that. Micro merchants, you know, buying a cup of coffee, right? This is what we've all been waiting for. It says the microtransactions globally is estimated at 34 trillion, which means 19 trillion are cash or check-based transactions. In the US, micro market potential size is estimated about 25 million users. 55% small businesses do not accept cards for several reasons, including lack of trust, lost opportunity, and cost. So we know Square is real big. This would be a way to go to a farmer's market and pay for something. And then global boundless payment in the unbanked population. So a lot of people don't realize there's actually 1 billion people that don't have access to banking. So this could be another service. We've talked about other tokens that target the unbanked. But this could certainly be a part of it. So they're the first ICO with fiat payments already on the market with tens of thousands of users, and hopefully with this video, maybe a few more. Transactions, technology, so cool. Their new platform, their new blockchain that they're building, it is going to be a better system because it's going to be, instead of proof of work, it's going to be proof of stake. And proof of stake is not attacked by the 51% attack. If you're familiar with Bitcoin and Litecoin, there's the 51% attack scenario. And that's why there's so many computers out there all around the world. The idea is that one person wouldn't be able to obtain more than 51% of the computers. So, but as some of the smaller coins that are on a blockchain, they are easier to hack than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's never been hacked, so I'm not saying that it's going to get hacked but the smaller coins where, you know, a guy could just take a few hundred computers could potentially on a blockchain, one of those little coins off of Bitcoin, one of those forks could potentially be hacked, or any one of those coins running on that type of blockchain. So with the proof of stake, that actually makes it a lot more safer. They talk about the incognito payments here a little bit. You can look at, there's a customer's wallet over here on the one side, and you can make these public transactions, or you can use the Bravo private wallet, and that's when it goes into this pool and comes out into the customer's wallet. So that's what we were talking about when we were talking about that zero information transaction, or they're calling it zero. I think they call it zero coin or something. Let's see if I can see it here. I read it earlier. Maybe it's private coin transaction. So here they go into their blockchain a little bit more. They talk about the service provider and the service customer. They can use the Bravo app, which goes through the API. And then either there's a public blockchain or an incognito, goes through a bridge, and then it makes a transaction. Okay. And blockchain enthusiasts, these obviously are the guys that are providing the nodes or the computers that run the transactions through here. And of course, they'll be rewarded at some level. I didn't see what the rewards are. That, you know, is kind of like remains to be seen as they build their mainnet. So since their mainnet's not up, the test net's not up either, then, you know, that's something that will have to be talked about. Right now, they're just utilizing the Ethereum blockchain to make it all happen, which is fine. But that they have a bigger plan, I think, is also very important. So here's a little technical. I didn't see a whole lot of technical in here, but there's a little bit right there. They compare proof of work with proof of stake for the network. And zero coin protocol, here it is. So they use the analogy that of water. You know, if you're pouring, everybody's pouring their tokens into the stream, right? And it goes into the pool, and then somebody else needs the money. You give a code that says, yeah, okay, and now they can dip in and kind of take it out. So that's how it happens, instead of a direct transaction, coin per coin, being sent across the platform. Auto converting Bravo private. They kind of talk about how many coins, how it works in a little bit of detail. And redemption. So once they switch to the new block, they're talking about how there will be a redemption and how the ERC tokens will be taken out of circulation. Not much information there, but it's been done before, so that's not a concern right now. They do another overview of their blockchain and the BVO ICO token. Again, the ICO token is an ERC token. Smart contracts, they're going to be enabled with smart contracts. The wallets, they talk about the wallets. Here's some of the benefits that they have. They are going to do a token purchasing giveaway. Again, in the US, we don't have a lot of access to ICOs, but I'll keep you updated if there is anything that you can sign up and get a few tokens beforehand. There is ways that they can give you tokens. They can't sell them to you, but they can give them to you. So it would be good to get on their newsletter because they may have a contest that you could take part in. They may have an event that you go to and you would get some free tokens possibly. They could sell some swag and throw in a few free tokens. There's different ways that they could give the tokens away. I understand. Don't quote me. I'm not an attorney, but it's been done before. So that might be something to keep in contact with them. Go into their ecosystem. Basically, a lot of it's what we've been talking about already, but you can look at this and spend some more time. The whitelisting tokenomics of the Bravo BVO ICO. There it is. There's going to be, looks like 1 billion coins, and they're going to try to sell at least 50% of them. Token price will be 10 cents. And they're hoping to get up to $34 million, but I think they'll be happy if they get 10 million. So here you can see at phase 1 of the ICO sell, they were releasing the coins at 0.055, so a little over a half a penny a piece. So definitely those people who got in the beginning, phase 1 and phase 2, they got their coins for about a half a penny a piece. And now for phase 4, which is the public main sale, it's still ICO, they're going up quite a bit. They're going up 10 cents. That's 20x already. 20x by the time it gets to us. Here's how they divide up what they're spending: 45% for software, 20% for marketing, 20% reserve, 9% operating, 3% legal, and 3% miscellaneous. Here's the team again. You can see Maria Luna here has 22 years experience. She's into operations. Dr. Hector Rodriguez here is actually a researcher and software blockchain enthusiast. Has worked with ANN Prediction for Cancer Resources, innovative entrepreneur of cryptocurrency, and also an advocate. You've got Elmer Morales. He is a self-taught hacker, so he can build software. He can do engineering. He's worked for companies like Microsoft, American Express. I don't know what that other one's called. Accenture. Paul Nagayan, a blockchain architect, 20 years software engineering. He's been positioned with companies like AT&T, Accutune, led several missions, including PCI compliant payment systems, electronic financial trading systems, and blockchain-based platforms. Lots of experience in Ethereum, Hyperledger, and AI, artificial intelligence. Robert Lowney, CPA. Obviously, they need someone to take care of the money side. 12 years. Tanmay Shaheen. 12 years experience with platforms, technology, including healthcare, finance, nonprofits, microeconomies, blockchain like Ethereum, Hyperledger. Okay, all kinds of guys here you can check out if you want to read more about them. They have advisors, of course. The Shark Marks are invested with them. Mark and Laura, we talked about that. They've got their disclaimers and such. So I think it's a good coin. I'm definitely going to be including this probably in my investments. I'm definitely going to download this Cash app here and see if I can't utilize that for some tips. And yeah, I'm really interested in this team. I like that it's based in the US. Again, you know, cryptocurrency is speculative. You could lose all your money. But if you are willing to jump in with those kind of risks, then the rewards could be great. You never know. All right, so I got the drawing, but also I want to give you an update on my calendar. Okay, everybody, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope I said that in the beginning. If not, I hope you got together with your family and you didn't fight. You had a nice Thanksgiving here in the U.S. If you're in other countries, I just assume that we should all be thankful every day. So it's a good practice. So attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Okay, I'm looking at my calendar here really quickly. Put my ugly face up here for you. I do have a event in January. I've been talking about it for a long time. It's January 12th. At 2 p.m., that's a Saturday. It's probably going to be standing room only. I've had a lot of interest in this. So it's going to be for San Diego County. It'll be located at the Lakeside Library. And if you go to my website, mountaincrypto.net, you will see the address and phone number there if you want more information. We are open to doing other presentations. And just because of the holidays, we have not got dates slated yet, but we'll let you know. Also, I have a Patreon group, and it's real cheap. It's only $1 a month. The idea is to give back to the community, share a little bit more content and in-depth information on our favorite coins, do updates on our favorite coins, try to help people one-on-one if possible to a degree, you know, via the internet, and also have actual meetups here in San Diego would be a great idea. I'm really big on the Skyfleet and also on XYO, and might even be willing to include Bravo here in my close net most favorite tokens and projects, being that they are US based, and we'll just see how that works out. So I do believe I only had one comment on this one, but I'm still going to go through the process because this is my first drawing, so I'm still going to go through the process, and all I have to do is copy. Let's see, where is it? Maybe it's here. Okay, I think all I have to do, shoot, I thought I had it up already. Okay, it's not working very good. I apologize. Close that down. Okay, how do I know there's only one copy, but I wanted to do it proper. Oh, okay, so I think I go share, and then I have the video. Let's see if this thing works. And I'll copy it, and then I go to the random comment generator and paste. Okay, and then load comments. Click button below to get a winner. Okay, so there's only one, only one, but here it is. Okay, so Stein Coops Jess is a winner. I'm not going to do it on this computer because I don't do any token stuff on this computer. I don't do any cryptocurrency stuff. I just do my our podcast and our show. So we'll get that sent off to you here in just a few minutes. And that's about it, folks. Just thank you very much for tuning in. I wish you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Please check out our descriptions and some of the things that we do. Support the channel. We appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel and provide better content and better stuff for you guys all the time. And, you know, we're just word of mouth, so pass it on and share it with your friends. And with that, I will pull up the funny looking screen here and say over and out. I'm your host, Shane Ripley with Mountain Crypto.